everyone, welcome back to Gen Zen here on Ottawa buzzTV. I'm Jennifer Clark, back in the studio with one of my greatest assets and resources in my tickle trunk, Anne Perrault from Perrault Associates. Anne Perrault is a heart-based money coach. She's a CA with a heart who knows how to make money, keep it, and get yourself in financial freedom when times are tough. Welcome to the show, Anne.
Inviting me.
Yeah, I love it. I've known you for over, I think, 15 years, if not more than that. You have always helped me out when I am stuck, and other of my clients. Tell us what you do, because I think people really get scared when they see, money coach or bankruptcy trustee, or, sometimes they're not always in love with money, or they're afraid to open up their bills. A lot of fear or emotions around money. Tell us what you do, and tell us why money is so emotional.
Money is emotional because it starts from the heart. We do have a lot of symptoms around money and things that happen because of money. I'm a licensed insolvency trustee. I'm also a CPA. We now, instead of bankruptcy trustee, we now say licensed insolvency trustee, okay. And a CPA used to be the CA. So I'm just making that clear for now. But also I'm a money coach, also to help people through their difficulties, but also planning for the future. So the biggest fear when people have is when they are stuck, they feel paralyzed because they have a lot of debt, where to go or how to manage their money, and they feel like they don't have the skills to do it. So part of that is getting the resources and a team together, like one of us, to help them get through that and start the healing process around money.
I know when I was looking about 15 years ago to get more clarity on my finances, I had told you this story. I was interviewing some of the people on television. The commercials come up. I go, okay. And I felt so judged. I felt so sad that I left feeling even worse than I felt, in terms of failure, or in terms of I'm so dumb. I should have known this. Like, why didn't I do this? And then that's when you came into my life, and I went, oh, a breath of fresh air. And I sent all my clients to you, that. Tell us why you're different. There's a lot of licensed bankruptcy trustees out there, a lot of money coaches. What makes you different? Because you are.
My biggest thing with my clients is that I don't judge them. We have difficulties in life. Shit's gonna happen when we go live. Can I say shit? Sorry.
Yeah.
But shit happens in life. And we just got to get through it. And I believe that everybody deserves a second chance, and we all need a second chance, because we've got to go through that. Some of it might be karma, some of it might be difficulties, it could be a sickness, a disease, or what I tell people is actually you try to get through it and you did it the best that you can. I'm not judging you for that. I'm actually helping you to get through it, to get to the other side. And that's our biggest asset. We also listen to the people, listen what their stories are, and some of the times we are the one person they'll talk about. Yeah. Sometimes I think it might be taboo for them still, or they feel ashamed or embarrassed, and this might be the first time they talk to someone. So I want to make sure myself and my team around me give them the same feeling, that they feel welcomed and they feel unjudged by any of these stereotypes that they might have against themselves, or feeling like they judge themselves first. We don't want to do that. We want them to feel better and start the healing process.
Wonderful. And again, let's be clear, a lot of the clients I send are rich people who may have just mismanaged their money, or people who have a great salary but just can't pay the bills, so that there's some gap or leak in their flow. So it's not poor people or people who have a gambling problem or a shopping problem. This is anybody that has a financial block in their flow for whatever reason. So what are the emotions that clients really, they come to kind of slinking in sometimes, right? They kind of feel a little, not ashamed, but, close to it. So what do you see when you see clients?
When I see clients, they feel a little bit depressed. They feel ashamed. They feel a lot of fear of the unknown because they don't know what to do. They feel stuck. They feel paralyzed. And that feeling is the fear factor. I call it the paralyzing feeling.
Right.
They step in a door, they know they've made a decision, or they're almost there. So that feeling of undecidedness, when you're not decided about something, is the worst feeling to be feeling that, because the load of that debt is hanging over you, and you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if you can feed your children tomorrow morning because you got to pay your debt. Right. A lot of people choose, I tell them you need a roof, you need food.
Right.
So make sure that you're okay first.
Mm-hmm.
That feeling of being paralyzed is going to be taken away from you once you start taking action.
Right. Yeah, and you know, like literally consulting with you was one of the best decisions I've ever made. And again,
Thank
that's
you.
why I want you at this event on Saturday, September 16th. We're sold out. Woo! I'm so excited.
Yes.
And thank you for being one of our sponsors and Perrault from Perrault Associates. So why do you want to participate at this event? I mean, again, given your money, tell us why you want to be there to help people and what you want to give to people who attend the event.
The first thing I want to tell people is that don't feel like you're alone. There's other people out there going through this. You just need to see that other people have gone through it and they've succeeded and they've triumphed, a bit like the title that Jennifer put together. The tragedy overcome by triumph, what's going to take over. So the triumph, I was reading something lately and it said triumph has the word try in it. So you've tried to go through it. So don't feel isolated. That's the first thing. Talk to someone. If it's a professional like us, that's the perfect thing. But if you could talk to a friend, to a family member, your spouse, anybody, start talking about it and then find a solution together, because there's always a solution.
Mm-hmm.
Story I'm going to tell also on Saturday that made me become a licensed solvency trustee, and I believe that's a story that everybody needs to hear, because there's always a solution, even though you think that it's a dead end, that there's nothing to be done with your situation. There's always a solution.
Mm-hmm. Again, I called you the financial angel, and I think you use that sometimes in your advertising. You really act like that for people who do feel stuck and alone, and that's part of our whole, as you said, concept for the week, for Saturday, I should say, is healing through grief, is all kinds of grief. I had a client who was a lawyer, like made $400,000, $500,000 a year, had to go bankrupt because of divorce, felt so ashamed. But it was the best thing that ever happened to him. He worked with cash for a year, as you know, the drill, and is now like very rich in so many areas of his life because the burden left. Can you tell us a story about someone who had to face a debt proposal, a consolidation, or a bankruptcy, but then at the end of it, they grew from it?
I have a lot of professionals as a client base, a lot of people that I help, they come in, the same thing, they got the same feelings as everybody else. It does not matter how much money you make. It depends on the situation and the action you're going to take to make yourself better. We have people have gone out to be more successful after. That blockages, Jennifer, you were talking about, it's also spiritual blockages and emotional blockage, and the finances is part of it. A lot of spiritual leaders have talked about that. If you have a debt problem, it's a burden on you. It keeps you from being successful. You need to get rid of that, because it's a burden that blocks you from being the best that you can. And that little rock in your shoe, I could say, like the debt that's hanging there is in a rock in your shoe, and it bugs you, and it will always bug you until you do something about it. So we're here to help you get rid of that rock, really, in your shoe.
Yeah. And again, the rock could be a boulder, that could be a bowling ball on your chest. It could be the bowling ball and chain. And luckily at our event, we're not just talking about money. We're actually having the facilitator. So right after your speech, Anne, we have a practitioner who's going to actually help people shift through that. So it's a wonderful experience on Saturday. I'm so glad that you're coming, and all the other sponsors and speakers will be there as well. It's going to be a great day. When people want to find you, if they can't come to the event, first of all, it's sold out. So if you don't have a ticket this week, you can't come. But maybe next time, let us know if you want to come. We'll do it again. But if people want to find you, is there a cost to having an initial consultation? Lead us through the process. If I pick up the phone, if I call you, what happens?
If you call us 613-236-8896, we offer initial financial consultation. You'll be spending an hour and a half, whatever it takes for you to actually get an assessment of what choices are offered to you for you to make a decision going forward. So anytime, just give us a call. That's the first step. It's actually the hardest step. Give us a call or email us. You can email us at info@perraultassociates.ca. It's also fine.
Yeah. Now, is that a free consultation, or is that a paid consultation? What does that look like?
It's a free consultation. There's no money charge up front until you make a decision.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a lot of free advice. That's amazing.
It's a lot of free advice.
Yeah, no, it's again, that's why I love you so much. And you really provide content-rich information. You really want someone to be better, even if they're not going to be your client at the end of the day, whatever decision they make. And again, I've sent you clients that are both on the high end and the low end, and they've all come out, you know, being so much better, and like the release and the relief they have. And this is why I want your piece, because money is everything, right? Every transaction involves money. Unfortunately, on our planet, you know, this computer costs something, this internet costs something, you know, the venue costs something. So, and we've got to get good with money. Why do you think, as a money coach now, generally people aren't good with money?
I think it's a known thing that people underestimate their skills about money. They lack the confidence. And I think when we give them that little push, they really understand what it's all about. They give them some basics about money, like the plus and minuses, and how they can actually make money for themselves. They're just going to start with one step at a time and actually celebrate the skills they already have. And that's what we start to do in the coaching. Say, well, you already know this, you already managed the food budget, or you already managed your checkbook, or so right. Start small, and then we just graduate from there and make them better.
And you create the plan. Obviously, you and your team will create the payment structure, or you know, the loan or whatever you need to get things moving again. And do you guys offer, I don't know this question, so I'm asking, any post-assessment coaching? Do you work with people along the way of their journey?
Yes, we work with people along their journey. We do offer some counseling sessions about budgeting and rebuilding their credit. And also through the money coaching program, we offer extra sessions. That's for an extra fee, however. And they go through a program through Money Coaches Canada, and they actually get through managing their money better, planning for their retirement, planning for transition, planning to buy a house, all things that are considered with respect to life and money.
So if people who are coming are good with money, let's say someone is good with money, they've got their I's crossed and their their T's crossed and their I's dotted, can they just go into your money coaching program without having to do the assessment, or how does that work if they just want your workshops?
If someone wants the workshop, they should just come and see us through our money coaching program, and then we talk about a 6-month program with them. So I meet them again for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just have an idea who they are. They have just a questionnaire to fill out.
Right. And
I have an idea of how much they're making, what's their net worth, and then how I can help them. Some of them will just want a retirement plan. Some of them want to have a holding hand throughout their life, actually. And we do offer money coaching through as a long-term relationship also.
Yeah, again, you know, I love you. I trust you. That's why I want you speaking in front of our group, because again, I know whatever you do will be the best. And I feel I just did a big workshop in Toronto, Archangel Summit. By the way, you should go. Everyone should go, but you should go, Anne. And there was an NFL guy named Lewis Howes. He's a famous inspirational speaker now. He's a giant of a guy. And he keeps saying, you know, everyone needs a coach now. I have a health coach, I have a relationship coach, I have a money coach. And he says, you know, I was trained for football. I did not do well in math. I did not do well necessarily in my relationships. That's why if I want to be the best, I have to bring a team around me. And it was so funny to see all those people listening to him coming out. I was listening to their comments, and they're like, oh, I got to go hire a coach now. So again, having a money coach, Money Coach Canada, great opportunity for people to get more clarity, more freedom. Again, last minute, let's tell just again, how can people find you, Anne, on the internet? What's your website? What's the best way of reaching you?
They can reach us through perraultassociates.ca. That's for the insolvency if they've got debt. If they need help with the money coaching, that'll be Money Coaches Canada. They can reach us through there.
Money Coach. Yeah. So whatever side of the coin you are, ha ha ha. You can help them keep the coin and grow. And it's really freedom. It's all about freedom. At the end of the day, money is a concept. As long as we can live free, right, and live the life we want, it's a tool for us to use. And I'm so very honored, Anne, that you are coming on Saturday. Again, the workshop is Healing Through Grief, Saturday, September 16th. At present, we are sold out, but you can go to the website healingthroughgrief.com to learn more about it, and that is also a link to get to Anne's website. So Anne Perrault, from my heart to yours, a real big hug across the city here. I can't wait to see you once again and talk about financial freedom and shifting our heavy emotions around our money.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jennifer. See you all there.
Thank you, Anne. Again, with everyone, enjoy the summer days. Summer is here in the city all of a sudden in September, so that's great. Get out and see the sun. And for those of you who are coming to the workshop, see you Saturday. And until next time, see you here back on Gen Zen on Ottawa buzzTV.